What's up, everybody? Welcome to this week's Monday Mindset video. This week we're going to be discussing the topic of autosuggestion. So autosuggestion is a mental technique through which an individual can consciously influence their subconscious mind through positive thought, affirmation, and a few other things. Now, before we actually dive into what is autosuggestion, how can we use it, and how does it relate to our day-to-day lives and achieving a desired goal that we have, we first need to discuss and understand the difference between the conscious mind and the subconscious mind. So if you think of the conscious mind, think of this as the ability to navigate a ship through the daily waters of life. It is the thinking mind, and this is the realm of reasoning, logic, and analysis. And when you make decisions and you set goals and engage in active thought, you are utilizing your conscious mind. It's the part of your mind that is aware to the world around you and brings you into the present moment. However, it does have a few limitations. And with that being said, it can only focus on a few thoughts at a time. And the power is confined to your immediate awareness. So again, this brings you to the present moment, and it can only focus on a few thoughts going forward. Now, if you flip to the subconscious mind, think of this as the crew members on the ship that do these daily tasks to ensure the ship's success to its destination it has to go to. Your subconscious mind is the storehouse for all your experiences, beliefs, emotions, memories, and most of which are actually hidden from your conscious awareness. And it's really the seat for your habits, emotions, and intuition. Unlike the conscious mind, the subconscious mind never sleeps and it never shuts off, and its capacity is infinite. Everything you've ever learned, every emotion you've ever felt resides here, and it really is the seat of your true power and true potential in life. So now going into autosuggestion, after learning what the difference between the conscious mind and subconscious mind is, autosuggestion is a psychological phenomenon where an individual consciously and voluntarily feeds their mind, their subconscious mind, through positive thoughts, beliefs, desires, and which actually influence their actions and attitudes going forward. So this term was actually created from Napoleon Hill, who was an author from the early 1900s, and he wrote Think and Grow Rich, Law of Success, Outwitting the Devil, and a bunch of other amazing work, and other things came from Napoleon Hill. And Napoleon Hill really emphasized the importance of controlling one's own thoughts and suggested that by repeating positive affirmations, visualizing success, maintaining a strong belief in one's abilities and one's goals, it could actually effectively use autosuggestion to overcome self-doubt and achieve their desired outcomes or desired objectives. You know, according to Napoleon Hill, the subconscious mind acts upon dominating thoughts that which the individuals hold in their conscious mind. By using autosuggestion, one can direct the subconscious mind toward the realization of their goals or aspirations. So that's what autosuggestion is, and I want to give an example of how I actually used autosuggestion not too long ago and followed through, stuck with the process, and ended up working out. So just for some context, this story takes place when I first got into sales and first started working at DeerDoc. And it was my first week, or going into my first month on the floor by myself out of training. And here at DeerDoc, we do very cool sales contests every single month. I saw a couple of them while I was still in training. And this month, we were actually doing a spin off the TV show Survivor. So the whole office was split up into tribes, and we would compete to hit daily metrics, certain things that they would think of the day before, and we'd find out, have to hit that. And if you won, your tribe won, then you were good and safe for the next round, you had immunity. And if your tribe lost, you actually had to vote somebody off your tribe, just like in the show. And eventually what this would work out to is all the tribes would be gone and it'd be every man for themselves. Now, what was the prize we were actually competing for? So the prize we were competing for were 2 front row tickets to go see Drake and 21 Savage. And I knew as soon as I heard that this is what the prize was, I needed to win. Drake's my absolute favorite artist, and I had a friend at the time, and still do have a friend, that really helped me out in this one hard period of my life and always is there for me. So I'm like, we're getting 2 tickets, I have to bring Tom, I have to win this, and I'm gonna make it happen. Also, looking at the fact that I have not been on the floor for more than maybe 60 days, and this seems like a very hard task to accomplish, I just knew that I was definite, and this is my burning desire that I needed to win this challenge. So immediately following the news that this is what the challenge was and what we'd be doing every single day, I went and wrote down a specific plan, very detailed, on how I was gonna win, you know, how I was gonna hit my metrics every day, what I was going to do to ensure that I did win this. Also, with that being said, by writing this plan down, I also wrote down what it would look like at the concert, what I would look like winning on the last day, and I would imagine this. And when I'm imagining this, I was visualizing winning the contest and actually being at the concert, I knew exactly what the concert looked like. I knew where my seats would be, where I would be standing, who would be next to me, what I was wearing, almost even what it smelled like in there. I could see it, I could feel it, I knew what it was like. So in my mind, I was attending this concert multiple times a day, and really the importance I have of this is like in the morning and at night before I was going to bed. Those are the two times I really watched this movie play over in my head. So going into the contest now, we're maybe 2.5 weeks in, I'm still in the game, still going in, I end up getting voted off. And this is around one of the last times that you could be voted off or even get back into the game if you happen to get voted off. So on the day that I got voted off, you had an opportunity to come back in, and you had to hit a metric that's higher than your daily goal or your metric you're supposed to be hitting just in the actual job role. And this one was a difficult task because I don't think I've ever actually even hit that goal yet at this time. But I knew that I could either stop here and give up and not go see Drake and not take Tom and go see Drake and 21 Savage and not live the movie I've been watching for the past however many days. I just honed back in, I read this affirmation over and over again, this plan, and just visualized the concert and knew I had to do this because it wasn't just for me, it was for Tom, and I was definite that I was gonna make this happen. So by the end of the day, where I got voted off, I actually ended up making it back on. I made it back into the game, and eventually, we split into single, every man for himself, and I was able to pull it together and win and go do this. So if you think about that, it's the same principle of autosuggestion. And what I did now is I actually wrote down a step-by-step process we could do and how you guys can use autosuggestion in your day-to-day life to achieve your goals and any desired outcome that you want to do. So step one is you actually have to identify what is the goal you want to do. And when you identify this goal, I want you to actually be definite. Be super clear and specific on what this goal is that you want to achieve. Put a time frame on it. Put what you're going to do every single day to actually make this happen. And there's no such thing as something for nothing. You have to give something. You have to actively put in action to make something come out of it. Step two is actually now when you have this plan, this goal that you want to do, write out this plan into an affirmation. And make sure this is a positive affirmation that's relevant to the goal that you want to do. This is going to be your plan, and you're going to read this every single day, multiple times a day. I suggest the most important times to do it and read it are in the morning and at night before you go to bed. And just for some context of how it should be positive and relevant to what you want to do, and also in present tense, if your goal is to boost your self-confidence, your affirmation should be, I am confident in every situation I'm in. So it's positive and it's present in the moment and related to the actual goal you want to achieve. With your positive affirmation, it comes to practice visualization. Close your eyes and visualize yourself in the situation of having what it is that your desired outcome is. And you need to be so clear and specific on your planning that this feels so real to you. When you close your eyes, you actually see yourself with the physical reality of whatever it is that you want to achieve. Now, if you have your goal, you have your affirmation written down, and you're also visualizing what it is that you want, the most important key that comes into this now is using this in harmony and practicing repetition. So it's doing this every single day. It's not something you could do one day and do it 3 or 4 days later and then pick it back up again a few days after that. This has to be done every single day, and repetition is key, and consistency will get you to success. So with repetition of doing your affirmations and visualizing and knowing what your goal is, being definite on it, you need to engage your emotions. So feel the emotions associated with your affirmations. Believe as if though you already have achieved your goals. Know what that feels like and put that feeling into when you're reading and when you're visualizing. So emotions actually add intensity to your thoughts and make them more influential to your subconscious mind. So really the premise of autosuggestion is program the subconscious mind to eventually have it communicate with the conscious mind to have it come into the physical reality. And also with using your emotions, you need to use positive language. So frame your affirmations in a way of using positive words, positive language. Instead of saying, I am not anxious, you need to say, I am calm and composed. See the difference in between that? I am not anxious and I am calm and composed. Focus on what you want and do not focus on what you don't want. As soon as that thought comes in, you need to get rid of it, which leads us into the next step, which is eliminate doubt and be persistent. Banish any doubt or negative thoughts coming in. Whenever it does surface, you need to counteract them immediately with these positive affirmations, positive words, the positive language to then push through, be persistent, and the results may not be immediate, but consistent practice will yield powerful outcomes over time. And that's very important here. The next thing, and honestly this might be the most important one, is you need to believe in the process. You need to trust that the plan you wrote out will actually bring you to the attainment of achieving that goal, and that this principle of autosuggestion is a real thing. If any time during the contest I was going in, if I didn't believe that I actually could do it, I never would have made it happen. The belief level was through the roof, and I had to trick myself every single day into doing this, and I did that by reading the affirmations, visualizing, saying it out loud to other people, and making them believe that, I'm gonna make this happen. Everything starts working in perfect harmony. And with that being said, you also need to express gratitude. You need to be, in each moment that you're going and reading this affirmation and you're visualizing the success that you want to achieve, you need to be grateful in that moment. Be grateful for the opportunities that you have and the abilities that you have to even be in a space to head towards a goal. Gratitude enhances positive emotion, and it reinforces the positive energy that you're feeding to the subconscious mind. And if it comes into it, you need to reflect on certain things or you need to adjust certain things, that's okay. But never lose sight of what the end goal is. Now, the most important thing here, like I said before, is we need to program the subconscious mind to communicate to the conscious mind, which is going to make everything come together and work in perfect harmony. And remember that consistency and belief are the keys to effective use of autosuggestion. By integrating these steps into your daily routine, and you'll be aligning your conscious mind and your subconscious mind toward the achievement of your goal or your objective that you have. It's having your subconscious mind and your conscious mind work in perfect working harmony. Guys, I hope you enjoyed this topic of autosuggestion. It's super powerful, it's a little dense, and might be a little out there to grasp in the beginning, but I guarantee if you follow these steps and stick to this process, you'll be able to achieve anything that you want and anything that you desire. If you have any questions, you want to talk more about this, feel free to message me, come up to me. This is my favorite stuff to talk about. I hope you enjoyed. Let's crush our goals. Let's have an amazing day, an amazing week, month, and year, and let's become limitless.